Hi everyone, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. Today I am going to show you what I eat, and I'm also going to talk about how I eat to get healthy and glowing skin. So the first thing that I had today was a big glass of water, as always, and then I also had some of this Four Sigmatic mushroom lemonade. It's made with activated charcoal. I've showed you guys this before, but I really like it, and it's a really great way to start the day, especially if you need a little bit of extra detoxifying. So I just drank this up, and it looks scarier than it tastes. It actually tastes really good. I actually really like it. It tastes like lemonade. You can't taste the charcoal at all. It does make your teeth and tongue black, so that you might want to brush your teeth afterwards. So I'm actually partnering with Four Sigmatic in today's video. I'm excited to share some of their products with you and also give you a special discount, of course. You can click the link below and get 15% off your order. But we're going to talk about how you can use adaptogens and medicinal mushrooms specifically in your routine to help with your skin and also just help with like so many other things. So later on in the video, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into this, and I'm going to share some of the things that you can do, but I'm just showing you some of my favorite products and also this book, which I'm also going to tell you about later. It's really great. So I'm actually going to be using their matcha for my morning matcha today, and what I like about this is that it already has the adaptogens in it, so I don't have to add extra powders, and they come in a really convenient little sachet packet, so I actually take these with me when I travel too, and it's just a really great way to get in your matcha. So I had just added one packet of that matcha into my blender, topped that with a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, some of my sweetener, and some coconut butter, and then I topped that with water, and I blend it up until it's nice and smooth and creamy, just like how I always make my matcha, but I don't have to add all the extra powders because this matcha has the adaptogens and medicinal mushrooms in it, which is awesome. And it's bright and green, it tastes really yummy, and I really like it. Along with my matcha, I also heated up a pumpkin pancake. You guys have seen how I do this, but I basically just freeze my pancakes and then I heat them up in the toaster oven. And I was going to yoga class, so I wanted a little something, but not a full breakfast. So I just toast it until it's nice and warm, and then I drizzled it with a little bit of chocolate almond butter, as well as some granola and a little bit of coconut flakes, and it was the perfect pre-workout snack. It was so yummy. When I got home from yoga, I made a smoothie, and the base was going to be spinach, as always, as well as some raw cacao powder, a scoop of chocolate protein powder, and then I actually used this superfood blends from Four Sigmatic. What I really like about this powder is, again, it has a bunch of different mushrooms and adaptogens in it, and just one scoop gives you a ton of different mushrooms, and it's a really great and easy and convenient way to get a bunch of good stuff inside of your smoothie with just one scoop. So I did about a teaspoon of this, and then I topped that with some frozen sweet potato, some frozen berries, some coconut water, and almond milk, and I blended it up until it was smooth and creamy. And yes, this is a Vitamix. I will be talking about this later. I know you guys are going to have questions about it, so I will give you a full review later. And then I just poured it into my bowl, and I topped it with my normal peanut butter and mulberries, and such a great texture, so yummy, super healthy, which is awesome. And of course there's tons of mushrooms, but you'd never be able to tell. Hey guys! So I'm popping in between breakfast and lunch today to chat with you about something that is the whole theme of today's video. So as you can see from the title, it's all about fueling your skin and how to get glowing skin from the food you eat. And really I wanted to take a little pause in the video and not interrupt you, but just kind of talk to you about my philosophy and how I use things like adaptogens as well as other plant-based foods in my life to give me glowing, healthy skin. So I think that it's important to mention I get a lot of questions about skin, and I do believe very strongly that the products you use on your skin are very important, but I think the real importance for getting glowing, healthy, beautiful skin is making sure that you're eating right. So if you think about when you might break out, for example, or if you're noticing that your skin is a little bit dull, what I have to do when I'm noticing things like that is look back at how I've been eating the last few weeks. So have I been eating more sugar? Have I been traveling a lot? Have I changed anything in my diet? All of those things are internal. So the way that I'm fueling my body, both with the food that I'm eating, but also like the environment that I'm putting myself in, i.e. the level of stress that I'm dealing with and traveling, that affects how my skin looks. What I think is really cool about that is that your skin is showing you what's happening on the inside. So your skin is your largest organ, and when something is happening internally, whether it's adding inflammatory foods into your diet or whatever, your skin shows it. So it could be the form of eczema, it could be the form of pimples, it could be dull skin, it could be dry skin. All of those things are affected by what you're putting into your body, what you're putting onto your body, and the situation that you're in. So I just think that that's really important to remember. And as we're kind of watching today's video, you're not gonna necessarily notice that I'm doing that much differently than some of my other normal what I eat in a day videos. And that's because I really eat this way most of the time. This is a really very natural way for me to eat. I eat primarily plant-based. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I try to drink a ton of water, and I incorporate things like adaptogens. So of course, Four Sigmatic is an amazing adaptogen company. They have amazing medicinal mushrooms, a bunch of adaptogenic herbs, and they make it really easy to drink and eat. So that's one of the reasons why I love Four Sigmatic. And don't forget, you can get 15% off by clicking that link that's in the description box. So long story short, not to take up too much of this video because I know you want to watch all of the meals that I'm eating, but I thought it was important to just pop on here quickly and tell you guys that it really is how you're nourishing yourself from the inside that affects how you look on the outside. So when you are nourishing yourself with whole, real foods, lots of plants, lots of water, and also supplementing with amazing medicinal mushrooms and adaptogenic herbs, it's a really great way for you to get healthy, glowing skin. And it's one of the tools that I use in my daily practice to make me look and feel my best. I also want to point out the book that I mentioned earlier. This is by the founder of Four Sigmatic. I think this is a really, really great thing to add into your cart if you're interested in learning more about medicinal mushrooms. It's going to talk about how you can eat them. It gives you recipes, and it's basically like a practical, easy to follow guide to medicinal mushrooms. So if you want to learn more about medicinal mushrooms, definitely check out this book. Highly recommend it. He's super knowledgeable, and I just think it's a really great thing to have on your bookshelf if you're interested in learning more about adaptogenic herbs and mushrooms. So let's go ahead and dive back into the food aspect, and you'll see what I made for lunch. So I decided to do a really quick lunch today. I have these butternut squash and lentil cakes, which are coming to the channel next week, and I had them left over from recipe testing, so I decided to just put them on top of toast, which sounds a little bit weird, but it was actually really good. So I did a layer of some creamy, spicy avocado sauce, which is actually on the blog. I'll link that for you down below, on top of 2 slices of toast, and then I basically just spread out the spread and topped each of the toasts with some crumbled up lentil cake, and then I had another lentil cake on the side because I felt like one wasn't enough. And then I drizzled it with some sriracha and sprinkled it with some everything bagel seasoning, and I was surprised how good this tasted. I was expecting it to be kind of meh, but it was actually really, really good. So be on the lookout for this recipe later on next week. So I'm feeling like I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. It's about 2:30, and I don't normally have caffeine this late, but this is just sounding so good right now. I'm going to make one of Four Sigmatic's little chai latte packs. This is so yummy. It has 2 types of mushrooms in it. So it has turkey tail, which is not one that I am super familiar with, but it is in that book if you're interested in checking it out. And also reishi, which I love. Reishi is really great at like calming, and it's just an awesome, awesome mushroom. And another thing that I just want to mention is, as we've been talking about skin, is one of the benefits of taking a bunch of medicinal mushrooms and adaptogen powders is that they're really high in antioxidants. And antioxidants are one of the most powerful things that we can use for anti-aging. Antioxidants block free radicals in our body, and having a ton of free radicals in your body can lead to accelerated aging. So if we want to prevent aging, we want to make sure that we are eating a lot of antioxidants. Luckily, there are a lot of natural forms of high antioxidant food, and a lot of them are plant-based. So things like berries, things that you're probably eating on an everyday basis, already have a lot of antioxidants in them. But medicinal mushrooms are also one of the highest sources of antioxidants. I'm going to be making my little chai latte. I'll show you how to make it. I'm actually not going to even do it in the blender. I'm just going to blend it up in my little cup with a little frother, and it's going to taste delicious. So to make the chai latte, you just use 1 packet of their chai mushroom mix, and you just tear it open, pour it into your cup. And then I added some almond milk and a little bit of sweetener, and then I topped it with hot water, and I used just a little like frother to stir it all together. This one is from Four Sigmatic. I believe you can get it on their website. The link is down below again if you want to check that out. And it's just a really great way to have like a chai latte on the go, and it tasted really good. So I really like that. And then for dinner, I did a big sheet pan of roasted vegetables. So we had carrots, cauliflower, butternut squash, and sweet potato. I did some roasted chickpeas. I did some broccoli. I was actually doing a live meal prep workshop, so that is what this was all. It was a lot of food, but it was definitely a great way to have a ton of meal prepped leftovers. So here's the finished product. We've got some crispy tempeh, some crispy broccoli, some crispy chickpeas, roasted carrots, roasted cauliflower, and roasted sweet potato. And I just put all of that on top of some greens, drizzled it with some tahini, and that was my dinner. Super easy and so good. Oh, and then I also put on a little bit of this rice mixture on the side. And then to finish off my day, I decided to make one of their beautifying golden latte mixes. This is really, really yummy. I'm not usually a fan of turmeric lattes, but I really like theirs. So again, it just comes in that little sachet packet. You can just tear it open and add it into your mug. And I like to add in a little bit of extra cinnamon, just gives it like a nice warming flavor. And then I also add in a little bit of monk fruit extract and again some almond milk, top that with hot water, and again use that little frother to mix it all together. And it gets nice and creamy and smooth. It's not powdery, there's no clumps, which I really like. This is definitely one of my favorite lattes. If you have trouble with turmeric lattes, definitely recommend trying this one because it's really yummy. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching today. I am going to go snuggle up on the couch with my dog and sip this turmeric latte. Also, I'm gonna have a little bit of chocolate. This is Hue chocolate, so good. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the link that's in the description box if you want to try Four Sigmatic. You can get 15% off your order, which is awesome. Highly recommend that you check out the turmeric latte, the chai, the matcha, and I think the mushroom blend box is also a really great place to start too. And the book, also awesome. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Thanks to Four Sigmatic for joining us in today's video. I personally have seen the benefits of taking adaptogens and mushrooms in my diet. Of course, they help with my skin, my hair, my nails, but they also just really help with overall wellness. So I take them every day, and I think that you should consider adding them into your routine if you don't already. So definitely a great deal if you want to try them out if you haven't yet. 15% off by clicking the link that's in the description. Otherwise, thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.